Everybody needs a little time away, I heard him say, from each other. Even lovers need a holiday, far away from each other. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to stay. After all that we've been through, I will make it up to you. I promise to. And after all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me I can't let go. Couldn't stand to be kept away just for the day from your body. Wouldn't want to be swept away, far away from the one that I love. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to stay. Hold me now. I really want to tell you I'm sorry. I could never let you go. Hi Twin Flames Highlight Workers, this is Lisha and I'm here again with another video. Wow, well that was a powerful song, wasn't it, by Chicago. Hard to say I'm sorry. And that is going to be the theme for today's video. Chicago, Hard to Say I'm Sorry. Another one of those powerhouse songs that just sweeps you off your feet every time you hear it. And it's really pertaining a lot to the twin flame journey, doesn't it? I mean, the lyrics, we're going to break them down right now and show you guys that this is what the divine masculines, especially those celebrity divine masculines, are wanting to say to you, because they know that they have been avoiding, they have been staying silent, they have been getting things together in their life, but they know that it's been taking a long time for them to come around once they start realizing who you are to them. And so they are really choked up right now. They're really choked up because they just feel like they know that it's been taking a long time. They're trying to get things in order, yes, but at the same time, there are things that they want to say. There's things that they want to get off their chest. There's things that they need to tell you and that they've been holding on to for a long time, and they want to tell you, but they just haven't had a chance to, or they haven't gotten the courage up to. So they want to apologize first and foremost. That's the message that they want to bring to you today, is that they want to apologize for the time it's taking, for not being there for you when you need them, for just getting, a lot of the things that they're getting together, they do have to do before they come in union with you. That's something that, I feel Spirit is really, wanting us to understand as divine feminines. But at the same time, a lot of the things that are happening in their life and in your life could be interference from outside forces that are causing this delay. A lot of times, if finances aren't right, or if they're with third parties, in a third party situation like a karmic partner, they have to finish doing what they need to do in order to make this work between you and them. So they may have to get a divorce, which is legal work that takes a long time to do. It takes, over a year sometimes for you to get a divorce from someone, especially if, they have made an arrangement or agreement with this person dealing with finances. So it could be that their money is tied up with someone else. It could be that they are just, trying to get projects finished, and they've been wanting to do something and finish something before they venture off into this union or relationship. So they've been trying to finish work. They've been trying to get their finances right. They've been trying to get rid of any, toxic relationships that are around them. That could be, as friendships as well. They could have friendships who are taking advantage of them right now. They could have family members who are using them or trying to get things from them. They could have people who are just, even taking from them in their management. Some people could be taking their money, their time, their energy, and it just could be a lot right now. And they don't want to draw you into all of that. They don't want to bring you into that. And so they do feel sad when they can't be with you, and they feel sad that they can't tell you the reason why that they can't be with you. That's one of the biggest things that they're feeling right now, is the sadness, because they can't tell you exactly why it's taking the time that it's taking. Because, in order for them to do these things, they have to do it for themselves, yes, but they also don't want a lot of things to be leaked out into the public, right? So they don't want to have a lot of exposure around the things that they're trying to cut off in their life at this moment. They might be doing a lot of things on the low that help them to get their things in order. So if they're doing that, then they need that time. They need the time that they're using right now to do all those things without it being in the public eye, without them having paparazzi all around them. So they may be, staying inside. They may be going to other places to try to keep out of the public eye, try to keep from being noticed or seen by paparazzi. They may be going to remote locations. They may be staying at friends' houses. They may be doing things that, they try to keep out of the public eye, but also out of the media, because they don't want all their business out there. So they are making arrangements. They are planning, especially if you have done the work to see who your divine masculine is and meet them in person. And they have been aware of who you are. If they know who you are to them, they feel that you are there to help them on this spiritual path and to help them with their mission. They know this, okay? If they do know this, then they are very sorry for the time that it's been taking to get with you, okay? And so this is the message today for the divine feminines from the divine masculines. It's hard to say I'm sorry, because a lot of them are watching your social media. They're stalking you, okay? They're stalking you even physically, some of them. They're having people go to you, and some of them are having people go check on you or go to see what's up with you, trying to put you on these tests. A lot of those things that I talked about in my very first video, what if my twin flame is famous, is pertaining to this exact thing, is that they will try to test you. They'll try to put you under different situations, where you have to see, if they have to see for themselves if you pass their little test. So they could be trying you. They could be, doing all these things. And they're, and at the end of the day, they just kind of sit back and think, man, after she's passed all these tests, I'm going to have a hard time explaining myself, because I put her through the ringer. And I say her because, as we know, divine feminines can be masculine or feminine, or man or woman, and divine masculines can be man or woman. So I want you guys to know that when I use these pronouns, it's just easier to use her in this divine feminine situation and him in the divine masculine situation. But they are interchangeable, so take it how it resonates. But yes, they're feeling a little bit, they're feeling a little bit down about the fact that they have been doing all these things to try to make sure you're who you say you are. Make sure you're not out there just all willy-nilly, doing whatever it is that you're doing. They see you're doing the work. They see it through the things you're putting out there, whether you're putting it out there through your social media or through your, whether they see you in public or they have ways to see you in public. They know. They're seeing it. They're stalking you, okay? They're stalking you, and they are keeping tabs on you through your social media. They're communicating with you through social media sometimes as well, and sending you messages indirectly. But sometimes, when they aren't able to communicate directly with you, they just get caught up in whatever dealings that they have going on. And so this message is to say, I'm so sorry for not being able to be there for you. I know you're going through things. I know there's times when I feel you having a bad day. I feel you going through something. I feel you're sad because certain things aren't working out, maybe with other things like friendships, or, they might feel that, they're going to feel that because they're your other half of your soul. They are the other half of your soul in that other body. So they feel what you feel and you feel what they feel. You could feel when they're going through some things, and when they're, they're trying to self-medicate, you feel that. Sometimes you might feel intoxicated and you're not even drinking. It's because it's your twin flame who's drinking. And they're drinking because they're so frustrated with the process and the time that it's taking and the things that they haven't said and the things that they've been doing to show you, to show themselves that they are wanting to come forward to you, but that they haven't been able to, okay? They're drinking because of frustration. They're trying to take the edge off. They're very wound up a lot of times. And so that's another reason why you'll feel their energy in the night. A lot of their heat sensation, their sexual desire will come through to you at nighttime, especially if you're true twin flames, you're going to feel all of this. And, I wanted to clarify also the fact that, sometimes there are different situations in the case of, especially with celebrity twin flames, especially with twin flames in general, but mostly with people who claim to be twin flames, okay? There are certain times when a twin flame can have a soulmate who is there to teach them lessons or teach them about their mission, okay? You could be a twin flame, but you could have a period of time where you are with a soulmate who is there to help teach you and to help love you in a different way than your twin flame will, okay? So just know this, that you may meet different people in your life that are not necessarily your twin flame. They may be a soulmate. They're there for a reason, and they're there for a season, okay? So they will be there to show you the way and to help you out with certain things. And I don't know if that's going to be a romantic way or if it's just going to be a business partnership way. It could be either or maybe both. But you do need to recognize when that happens, because a lot of times you will still have a lot of the same types of signs and synchronicities when you're with a soulmate versus when you're with your twin flame. But the twin flame connection is very strong and much different, and you will still feel your twin flame even if you're with a soulmate, okay? You will still feel your twin flame's energy even if you're with a soulmate, because the highest form of connection is with the twin flames, okay? So there are different levels of connections, and it's not a bad thing. It's just saying that the different soul graduates are, the different soul types that there are have different soul connections, and they are meant to be, they're meant to happen, and they're meant to be worked through and to have experiences with these different types of soul connections. But not every connection is a twin flame connection. Not everyone is a twin flame connection. So when people say that they are twin flames, I really, stress to you to make sure you understand what a twin flame is. And I do have videos on that. But if you're not a twin flame, it's okay too. You can be a soulmate to someone, and you can be there to help them on their way. This is all about light workers and twin flames on this channel. So you don't ever have to feel like you can't, or you're not included, because you are. But you just need to understand there are people out here who are believing that they're twin flames when they're really not, okay? And so they need to start understanding the difference between twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, and, the different things the different things that come with that, okay? Because it can be confusing sometimes, especially if you're feeling like you're connected to a celebrity. You could have a purpose in the celebrity's life, but it might not be for long term, okay? It could be for a period of time when you're meant to cross paths, you're meant to share something with them. Maybe it's your music, maybe you guys are meant to work on a song together, maybe you guys are meant to do a movie together, or maybe you're meant to have a partnership with some kind of art presentation that you do with them. But it will be for a period of time. That is a soulmate connection. It is not going to be the duration of the rest of their entire life, okay? Because that, that connection was already agreed to before you came here to Earth, okay? You agreed to have these soulmates in your life. You agreed to have, to meet your twin flame at a certain point in your life before you came here. So really, technically, we can't all be upset about what time it's taking, because it's all in divine timing, but it's also when we planned it before we got here. So I just wanted to clarify that, because I think there's a lot of people who come on the channel and they may get confused by the term twin flame, but there are reasons why these terms are distinguishing the different types of connections, and that's the only reason why we use them. Otherwise, it wouldn't really matter. If you love someone, you love them, okay? But if you are here for a reason, to help with a mission that is to bring more love onto the planet, you need to understand what that mission comes with. That comes with a lot of tests and trials and different things that might happen, different things that might go wrong. So, or not really wrong, but different, like I said, trials or tribulations that you may have that you're going to get faced with along the way. So, you may find yourself in situations where you have to deal with a soulmate, or whether you, before you meet your twin flame. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Bottom line, if you're a twin flame, and you may end up coming across a soulmate who is there to help you, to help teach you lessons about certain things, and then after a while, the situation will dissolve and you will go your separate ways because the lesson will have been learned. And that's really what a karmic partner is too. But, a lot of times we distinguish karmic partners from soulmates because karmic partners may be a little more toxic in that the lessons that they teach may come along with a lot of pain, because we haven't broken that mold yet of who we thought we were as, since childhood. We might have a way of perceiving ourselves that we've had and we've held on to since childhood. Well, those karmic partners are coming in to help tear that down, okay, to shake that completely away so that you can become the best version of yourself. So they all have a purpose. I would say soulmates, are not so much there to tear you down. Like a karmic partner can sometimes tear you down, in different ways because of the fact that they're bringing that karmic lesson along with them. Okay, and karmic lessons can be tough because you're having to be broken down just like the phoenix. Okay, and then burned down to the ashes. Okay, and then you rise up again. So you're going to have to go through these types of lessons in order to get to the point where you are with your twin flame. So don't ever feel discouraged if the relationship doesn't last like it's supposed to, or doesn't go on. Maybe you were with a soulmate. Okay, so that's what I want you to know, is that you could have a very strong connection with someone. You could have signs and synchronicities with someone, but they could be a soulmate. Until you really truly find your twin flame, your true twin flame, you will have lessons that you have to learn before you get with them. Okay, the twin flame journey is a journey that is filled with ups and downs, bumps in the road, but they are meant to teach you a lesson. Okay, and these connections are very necessary. So don't ever, try to say, well, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have been with this person. No, everything you did was for a reason, because you were meant to learn a lesson from that person at that particular time. And even with past, relationships, as far as romantic relationships and past lovers that you might have had, they were all there for a reason. And that's why I say, you might have had a relationship with someone who was a soulmate, and you had a beautiful relationship, a beautiful connection. But then maybe they decided they wanted to go somewhere and do something different, and that means that you had to go into, a separation, and that could have been a mutual separation, or it could have been a separation that was a little painful for you because that person grew out of the connection and realized that they wanted to go and do something else, and it caused them to leave. Okay, so that is, a very painful thing, but at the same time, it was meant to teach you how to heal those abandonment wounds. Okay, because you will think, oh my God, they've abandoned me, they've abandoned me, they've left me all by myself. How can I get through this? Well, you're supposed to get through it because you're meant to. You're designed for this. You're built for this. You were made for this. You are strong of yourself. You have what it takes to get through this, okay? And that's what Spirit teaches you through these karmic lessons. They teach you that you have the ability to bounce back. You have the ability to go through, financial disaster and then come out, on top with having more finances later down the line. You could have been totally ripped apart, used and abused by someone financially, emotionally, physically, or sexually. Any of those things could have happened to you. But Spirit is there to teach you and show you through these lessons that you have what it takes to bounce back from them and become stronger and even get more in the end than you had before. Okay, so just know that. Now let's get back into the song because I was rambling a little bit more than I thought I was supposed to. So, okay, so everybody needs a little time away. I heard her say, from each other. Okay, so this is something we think about, right? When we go into separation, especially for twin flames who've met each other before and who know that they are meant to be together. The divine feminine who has awakened first will probably be the first one to feel this, and feel that that they are, shocked or in disbelief that their divine masculine has just disappeared, has dropped off the face of the earth, has stopped talking to them, has blocked them, has ghosted them, has just, taken down their social media or closed any channels for communication to be open with them after having spoken to them, maybe on the phone or FaceTimed, or maybe you've done all of that with your twin flame before and you just all of a sudden one day they just said, I can't do this anymore, and they just bounce. Okay, so that's what it's saying, is that they had this time period where they feel like they needed time away. Everybody needs a little time away. I heard her say, from each other. Even lovers need a holiday, far away from each other. And this is what they may be feeling. They could be so overwhelmed with the fact that, this love is so overpowering that they feel from you. This energy that they see coming through each day, especially when they're with you, can be super strong. It's super overwhelming to them, because they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to process it. And they may be saying to themselves, man, this person is just too good to be true. And this is really might be what they're thinking. And they start to question themselves, but I'm not worthy of this. How is this that I have this beautiful person in front of me that I have here with me that's helping me with the things that I've always wanted help with in my life? They're helping me with my business. They're helping me to understand my spirituality. They're helping me to understand everything about myself. And I never, this is always something that I always wanted, but I never thought I would ever have it from anyone. All the people that I was with in the past, they were just, they were there to use me and take from me. And I'm used to that. I'm used to being taken advantage of. I'm used to being, shown that I am not worthy. I'm used to being told this by people. This is what they're thinking, when they go into this, hermit mode and they run and they go into the runner chaser phase, is because of the fact that they feel unworthy of this love. They feel unworthy of the connection, and they feel like they have work to do to improve themselves so that they can be ready for whatever, whenever you guys come back together, which will happen. And they do need to work on themselves, but also it's a period of time for the divine feminine to work on herself as well. Because when you guys are having the runner chaser dynamic, it's really not really a runner chaser thing. It's actually both people need to learn lessons. And that's why this happens, is because you're repelling one another, because you started to see where your insecurities lie. Okay? Both you and your twin flame start seeing it. You see where you feel like you need to have love so much in your life. You need to have someone there. You need to have, this is what you're saying. But I need you. I need you there. I need you to be here to do this with. We're supposed to work on this together. And they're saying, I'm not worthy. I don't have everything you need from me for you to have from me. I don't have the finances yet. I don't have the, the abilities yet that I need to have in order to make this happen for us. And so they're panicking. You're panicking. You're like, where are you going? And they're like, I got to get out of here. And that's what leads to separation. And it's not funny when it happens, but I'm laughing because I just acted this rollout in my head about what goes on. And everyone needs to understand that it's not a bad thing. Separation is preparation, okay? Separation is your time to prepare for when you come back together as whole beings. You're whole in and of yourself. You don't need, you don't, have to have, you don't need to run after anybody. You are complete and whole in and of yourself. And you have to get to that point, okay? You have to get to that point. So, as much as the divine masculines want to say, I'm sorry to you, the real thing is that, you guys both needed this, okay? And this was planned. This was meant to happen. And, even lovers need a holiday far away from each other. So don't feel like when they leave it's forever, because it's not, because you're twin flames and you're meant to come back together. Um, but the thing is, I feel like people panic, and so they need to learn how not to panic, how just to take this time to understand who you are as a spiritual being and to grow in that. And the way you do that is by connecting with Source, connecting with Father, Mama every single day, doing the things that you need to do in order to make your spiritual connection stronger, even in the 5D with your twin flame, because the stronger your 5D connection is, the more chances and the more things that you're going to see manifesting in your physical life that will help bring them back, okay? That help bring them back to you. Now, a lot of the people who are twin flames in the normal twin flame connections will have gone through this because they've met their twin flame, they've had time with them, they spent time with them, maybe they've even made love with them, maybe they've had really beautiful moments with them, okay? The difference in the celebrity twin flame connection is that the twin flame, who is the divine masculine, has not been able to make that connection yet. They have not been able to come forward and say and meet with their divine counterpart because they are trying to make things happen or wait for the right time, or maybe they feel like they will be watched too closely by others and they don't want to explain things to their management team, or they don't want to have people following them. They might just really want to spend time with you but don't want to have all that paparazzi following you guys or publicity going on around you. So they try to wait for the right time. I gotta wait for the right time when I'm free. Maybe I gotta take a vacation with her or go somewhere with them and maybe see if we can have a private moment somewhere. If they could, they'd probably take you to a private island somewhere, and they wouldn't want anybody around. They'd probably do that. But how practical is that? Not everybody has access to that. Not everybody has the ability to just go to a private island and spend time with their twin flame. And not only that, some of them are just afraid because they don't know how people will react to you two being together. And so, they might say, well, people, what will people think? She's just a typical person, but I love her so much. It's just hard for me to imagine what people are going to say if I bring her around, if I bring her out into the public eye. They're going to be like, well, didn't you just have such and such and they were like a supermodel? Or didn't you just have so-and-so who was a top producer, or they were all into the music and they were such and such and such and such, and you were supposed to be with them because that's, who the star is supposed to be with. It makes sense for you to be with another star, right? And they're like, but this is not my twin flame. That's not who I want to be with. And they're wondering, how are they going to answer these kind of questions? And it's really not about that. It's about them coming to the conclusion that this is who they love and this is who they should be with, okay? That's what they got to get to, the point where they say that to themselves and go on and make the decision and not worry about what other people are going to say, especially if they've gotten to a point where they have become independent enough in their art or industry to be able to make those kind of decisions, to come forward and have a twin flame that they bring with them, into the public eye. They have to be confident. They have to learn how to be confident in those situations. And so that is something that they're working on, because that's an insecurity. An insecurity is thinking and wondering too much of what other people are going to say. An insecurity is thinking that they don't have what it takes to be with you. An insecurity is thinking that they don't have enough money to provide for you. An insecurity is saying that they are just not ready because they may feel like they have more work to do. All of those are insecurities that they have to heal before they can come forward to you, okay? So what do they do in the next line? They say, hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. Wow. Yes, it's very hard for them to say I'm sorry, because those words are just everything to us, right? They're like, that's what they need to say. They know they need to say it because they know that this pain that we're going through is only going to, grow while we are in this state, okay? While we're in the state of trying to wait for them, or trying to, wait for them to come around and do these things. But what the divine feminine has learned before union does happen is that they're not waiting anymore. They're not waiting around. They are going ahead with their lives. They are going ahead and doing the things that they need to do with their mission. And so once she starts to live her best life, okay, without her divine masculine, that's when he's like, uh-oh, wait a minute, what's going on? Why aren't they chasing after me? Why aren't they trying to see what's going on with me? I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here. And you're like, well, I'm over here too, but I'm here doing my thing. And you got to come get me if you want me, okay? I'm not going to see you no more. I'm not going to see your concerts no more. I'm not going to be trying to be like all up in your face, all up in your social media. At some point, we have to say, it is time for me to live my best life with or without you, okay? And do my mission with or without you. And just move forward, okay? And this is what we do. We get to that point. We start building our connections with our soul family. We start doing things with people who are supportive of us and who want us to succeed. We start finding those people and they come into our lives to help us. Okay. And then that's also another thing that divine masculine might get, jealous of, the fact that we have people in our lives who are going to support us on our mission and that are going to be there and, will help us. And so we might be giving our attention to them. We might have a soulmate that comes along that is there to help us with our mission or help us with other aspects of our lives. Maybe if we're in music, maybe we find someone who starts to help us with our music, to help maybe to produce it or to do things with us. And maybe they have a studio that we can go to, We start finding these connections because Spirit says, okay, it's time for you to shine now. It's time for you to do your thing now because you've been doing the hard work of spiritually getting yourself together for this union. You prepared yourself. You're here. You're ready. You see your divine masculine. You know who he is. You're not wasting time anymore. Now you're going on and making your life the best of what it can be. And you're doing your thing with whoever comes into your life. Okay. And so that is something that scares the heck out of the divine masculine because they're like, wait a minute. I just want you to stay. That's the next line. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say, I'm sorry. I just want you to stay. They see you're moving on. You're doing it. You're doing this thing alone. When I say alone, I mean like without them. And you're moving forward in life. And they're just like, wait, how can she be going forward in life? I'm like, I'm supposed to be the one to help her with this. Well, yeah, but you haven't come around yet. So what do? They keep going. Okay? Bottom line, keep going, Divine Feminine. Keep shining your light. Keep being you, okay? Keep living your best life because this is where your Divine Masculine really feels that urge to come forward. And not to say that you need to do it for that reason. Just you need to do it for you, okay? And to enjoy your life for you, okay? All the things that you may not get to do even when you're in union anymore, might be what you need to do now. Go on those trips, those girl trips. Have fun. Do the things that you always wanted to do. Make time for yourself. Go get pampered. Don't wait for somebody to take you out. Go take yourself out. Go to a movie by yourself. I've done all those things, okay? So all those things. And I've been enjoying every single moment of it. And so these are the things we have to learn to do for ourselves. We have to treat ourselves the way we would want to be treated by our Divine Masculine. Oof. And even more, okay? Because we are supposed to be doing that anyway without having to worry about what they're doing, okay? The next line says, after all that we've been through, I will make it up to you. I promise to. And they say that's because, they know that you've been through a lot. They know that they've been through a lot, You've been through a lot together and you've been through a lot separately. And together, when I say together, I mean energetically, you guys have been going through this together. Well, that's another thing I meant to tell you guys is that, I've had confirmation from Archangel Michael that twin flames, they have a dynamic, whereas, I'll just give you an example of my own twin flame journey. There was a period of time where I felt like I was lacking in my creative abilities. And there was a time when I just felt like I couldn't finish a song. I started writing stuff. I would have lyrics that I would jot down. And for some reason, I felt like I couldn't finish these songs, Now, normally it takes me less than 15 minutes to write a really good song. And I'll do it, in one sit down. Okay, but, during that time period is when I was really, really flourishing. And then I had a time period where I was really just kind of like, okay, wait a minute, what's happening? I'm going through this kind of like creative block. So I asked Archangel Michael and he was telling me, yes, twin flames, oftentimes they're sharing that same energetic cord. And so once you know who your twin flame is and you start to realize there are shifts in the energy, okay? There may be times when I can't create a song because he's using that creative energy to create his song or to do his album. And so he's finishing his stuff up. And so I'm like over here struggling. I'm like, why can't I finish this song? I'm normally really good at this. But for some reason right now, it's like I cannot finish a song for the life of me. This is why we are twin flames. We have one soul and it's split into two different bodies. Now, while you're in separation, while you're not together, this energy flows back and forth between the two of you. But at times, there will be times when you have more of it than they have, and vice versa. So this is why you may go through these creative blocks. This is why you may feel like, okay, there's just something happening. Like I said before with the, when you feel like you feel you're intoxicated, but it's actually them who's drinking. Or where you feel like, maybe you're on a high, maybe they've taken some kind of, alcohol or drugs that they've taken, and you feel that effect because it's affecting you as well. So this is something that is very real. Not only do we experience these sensations physically, we experience them with our creativity. We experience them with our physical ailments. As far as like, if you have an ailment, it could be something your twin flame is also going through. So the time that I couldn't write and couldn't create a song is when he was using it to finish his album. The times that, and vice versa, the times that I was really into songwriting heavy and just was like, I was bringing out songs left and right. Like every week I was creating a new song and putting it out on SoundCloud. I was doing that like strong for like a whole year straight back in like 2020 or 2019. Yeah, those are my creative days. I was flowing. And he probably was somewhere, couldn't do nothing. I'm like, he don't even know that that's what was going on. I was putting them songs out there like bam, bam, bam. And he was probably sitting up here like, wait a minute, why can't I write a song? So it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, wow, this is truly a connection that is meant to be shared. And that's why the energy is meant to be shared as well. So you guys will have to balance each other out. I keep telling you, balance each other out by balancing your inner divine masculine and inner divine feminine, and allowing yourself to really pull back whatever energy you need at the time. So learn how to keep the energy that you have flowing, okay? Keep creative energies flowing. Keep, your physical body healthy. Keep things that are meant to be, keep them going, okay? So that you don't feel such a big dip in the energetic, forces that you guys have between you two. But it will happen. And that's meant to teach you the dynamic of this connection. That's all it is. It's meant to teach you the dynamic. But once we're together, we won't have that. We'll be able to interflow with all of the creative energy and creative juices that we have together. We'll be able to write songs together in 15 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes, because we'll be doing it together, okay? Once we come together, all of that will stop. It'll be just more like learning how to evenly balance that, and the yin and the yang will be smooth. Not to say you won't have bumps in the road, not to say you won't have disagreements, not to say you won't have things that you'll need to work on together. And you'll have things that you still need to heal together in union, okay? But you will have a little better understanding of what this energetic currency is all about, and this flow that you're experiencing, and the dynamic, and how to control and to handle it so that it helps benefit both of you. Because there can be times when you're feeling drained and depleted and down and out and just really, really down, because your twin flame is using that energy for themselves, and they're just really going along with it. They're just taking it and running with it, and you're over here feeling depressed, down, sad, and whatever. You got to understand that they're taking a lot of that energy from you, and you got to learn even how to bring it back. You got to learn how to bring it back to yourself through your meditation, through your, calling back your power, okay? Because it's meant to be shared. It's not meant to be only one half or the other half getting more of it than the other, okay? All right. So, yes, they're saying all of this in the song. The song is saying what it's saying, But I'm going through all of these things for you guys to understand, so you'll understand what's happening in this relationship. And that's something that a lot of the twin flame coaches, or maybe other people that are out there claiming to be twin flames, maybe they're not saying these things to you. So I want to be able to share what I'm sharing, that could be a different perspective that might help someone out there, whether you're in a celebrity twin flame connection or a regular twin flame connection. It's the same thing, but we do have different dynamics. And what I was saying is that the twin flames and celebrity connections, they don't have necessarily a meet and then go through separation. They have separation from the time that they're aware of who their twin flame is. They're in the love bubble phase first when they find out who their twin flame is, because that is a beautiful phase where we learn who our twin flame is. They're this celebrity. They're this person that we know and we see, and now we've started to understand all about them. We've started to learn more about them. And some of us, we never knew who this person was before we went through our spiritual awakening. Learning who you are after you become spiritually awakened is the biggest sign that you're in a twin flame connection, because you'll understand that you have a lot of different things that have gone on in your past and in past lives that have affected this connection. And so when you're awakening to all that, it's like a light bulb comes on in your mind, and you're like, wow, this is the reason why I went through this. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense, because you guys are sharing this life together. You're sharing this life because you're one soul in two different bodies, okay? So, yeah, in the celebrity twin flame dynamic, you don't go through, I meet this person, I have a life with them, and then I go through separation because they ran. You go through your awakening, your love bubble phase, because you're understanding who they are to you, and it feels great. It feels so amazing to know this person is yours, that you guys are meant to be together, and you start realizing it, and you start falling in love more and more with them, because you see the beautiful work that they've created. You see all the things that they've done, and that you actually start to see spiritually how beautiful they are, and you want to tell them so bad. You just want to tell them any way you can. So you start finding ways to see if you can communicate with them. And you start, trying to reach out to them on social media. And they may not even be looking at your social media, or the messages and the direct messages that you're trying to send. They may not even be looking at it. But you do it anyway, because you have that hope that they're going to one day see this message. They're going to one day know who you are to them. And then finally you get up the courage to go see them in concert, or go see them in playing their sport, or at an art show that they may be at. Okay, these are the beautiful moments that you have maybe a chance to see them and connect with them and have eye contact with them one-on-one. And oh my God, it's the best feeling in the world. And then you're in separation, because now you have to separate and go back home, go back to where you came from. And now they're going back to where they came from. And wow, it's totally different, because you're both on each other's minds, and you don't know how to get back together with them, but they start finding out who you are, and they start going through your social media. And this is a typical way a celebrity connection can happen. I'm not saying they're all going to happen identically the same, but this may be kind of how some things happen. Or you might just meet them in a you might cross pathways with them, okay? Just from somewhere you might be at a location like that. Maybe you didn't know this was your twin flame until you saw them in person, okay? You could wake up several different ways. You could awaken to this journey several different ways. You could hear their song. You could meet them in person, and you'd be struck with awe by their beauty, their grace, and their resilience. And you could be in a position where you have to work with them, and then you start understanding, man, I feel something very deeply for this person, and I'm not sure what it is. And you start going and researching it, and then you figure out, oh, this is what it is. This is my awakening journey, okay? So this is how it happens, and it can be different ways, like I said, but it's all meant for you to learn who you are, first and foremost, and become the best version of yourself, so you can see how much you have to give into this world, how much beauty you have to offer, how much love you have to offer. This is all here to show you this, okay? This twin flame journey is merely meant to show you how much love you have within you to share with the world. That's what it's meant to do. You are love, and you are the person that's going to help others recognize that they are love, okay? So that's the most rewarding part of this journey. It's not necessarily that you're a twin flame, okay? It's what you're here to do as a twin flame. Okay, so don't get it twisted. Don't get caught up in the whole fantasy and romance part of it. Don't be fantasizing about the romantic connection as much with your twin flame, but learn that it's also for you to have a mission here to fulfill on earth. Please learn that, because if you don't know that, it's gonna just make your connection just feel like a loop that keeps going around and around in circles, because you're not getting it. You're here as a twin flame to do work that is meant to help heal the planet. Okay, your twin flame connection is secondary to that, because that is just like the cherry on top. Okay, but you are here to give the world your gifts and to share with them your gifts, and your twin flame is going to help you do that in the unique way that you guys can do it together. Okay, wow. I don't know why my videos keep ending up being so long, y'all, but now I do kind of understand, because when I get into this beautiful speaking mode that Spirit puts me in, and I never know what I'm going to say before I get on here. I didn't know what I was going to sing about. I didn't know I was going to sing this song. Spirit's like, okay, you'll know once you get on what you're going to do. I'm like, okay. So I do it. And just to let you guys know, the reason why I've had to split my videos up in the past is because last week I had a hard time uploading those videos. Like, it took me 2 days to upload those videos. They were made like a couple of days before you actually saw them. And it was because I was having so much trouble with my with YouTube, and it was just like not uploading these videos for me. So I would have to start over. I wasted a lot of data trying to get it to start over, but you know, I'm still happy to do it for you guys, because I love you and I want you to know this information. I feel it's very critical that this information gets out there to you, especially because I know there's so many of you who struggle because you're in celebrity twin flame connections, and not everybody, even in the twin flame community, believes that that exists. So I'm here for you. I'm here to help you know that it is true. It does exist. There are celebrities out there who are twin flames and who are looking for their twin flame. And maybe there's going to be a time, there is going to be a time, not maybe, but there is going to be a time when you guys will be together and you will do your missions together. But it takes time, and it's a process, and I don't want you to get discouraged because you guys have decided what time this is going to happen before you came here, okay? Wow. All right, so let's keep going with this song. This song is bringing out some... Chicago, y'all are the bomb, okay? Because I was listening to Chicago when I was in college. I had a friend in college who had all these Chicago CDs that I would just like listen to over and over again. I didn't never listen to them growing up, so it was just a beautiful experience for me to discover this music. And I listened to Aerosmith, Chicago. I was listening to so many different types of music that most people wouldn't think that I'd be listening to, but I was listening to all kind of music. I was listening to the soft rock hits on the radio all the time. So I learned a lot of different songs from different artists. So I'm not just one type of person, and that's why I love to say on my my Instagram that I'm multi-genretic and unapologetic, because I've listened to so much different type of music that has messages in it, just like this one, okay? And it just really touches me, and I never knew I was going to be in a position to be able to do something like this and share messages in song with you, with people like you guys. But here I am doing it, so I'm happy to do it for you. And no matter how long it takes me to upload this video, I will be doing it, even if I have to chop it up and upload little pieces at a time. We're going to get it all on there for you guys, okay? So that's what's been happening with me on a technical in a technical sense. But yeah, it's been the last couple of videos I've done, it's been hard for me to upload them, just so y'all know. But we're going to make sure you get this information, because these dark forces are not going to be playing with me today. Nope. All right, so after all that we've been through, I will make it up to you. I promise to. After all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me I can't let go. And it's so true. The Divine Masculines know. You've been through so much together. You've been through so much while you've been apart from each other in separation. But they're going to make it up to you. And it's going to be so beautiful. You're going to have a celebration. You guys are going to do your thing. Whatever that looks like for you. You might want to be on an island. Like I said, just the two of you guys. Or you might want to have a big celebration with family and friends. Once you finally get together, it's going to be the way y'all want it. The exact way you guys both want it. It'll be that way, okay? And he says, I promise to. He's promising you this, that we're going to be together. I will make it up to you. After all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me I can't let go. They learned this through the separation. They learned that you're the part of them that they can't let go. They learned it because of the 5D cord that's between you two. And when they see you and when they awaken to who you are and they start to come towards you, and they maybe don't, necessarily reach out at first, but they go and they do things like spying on you, okay, like making sure they check your social media to see what you're doing and all those things we know that they do, okay? They are seeing you in your, everyday life, however they can, or the way that they're trying to do it, and they're saying that you're just a part of me I can't let go. And when they end up leaving and going somewhere or doing something, with their music or their art or their sports or whatever it is they're involved in, and they leave you to go and do these things. When I say they leave you, I'm saying that they have to go and do these things that they need to do. They start getting sad because they feel that they've left and that the pull has that the cord has weakened because you guys aren't as close together anymore. When you guys are in the same city, the same vicinity, it is magical. And people will see that and feel that. When you guys are actually together, as far as like when you actually come together in union, wherever you guys go, people are going to look at you and stare because they're going to watch you and see how beautiful your connection is. They're going to see the love that you both have for each other. And it's just going to shine off of you guys and just be like, And people are going to be like, look at them. They look so beautiful together. Look at them. And people, whatever fears that these divine masculines have about being with you in public or whatever they might feel. Oh, maybe she's a little too chunky. Maybe, she's just a little bit too country. Whatever it is that they think about us, it's definitely not what's going to happen when we're in public together, okay? So you can be rest assured that it will be fireworks and beautiful energy that's coming through. You guys are going to be like walking amongst butterflies and, walking around flowers, just like, in the Disney movies when, the Prince Charming actually comes for his princess and they're just walking along and all the butterflies and they're all the little birdies tweeting and everything's just opening up, all the trees open up to everything that they're walking through. It's just going to be just like that. But basically it's going to be like that in real life, but it's in an energetic sense, okay? So you're just a part of them that they can't let go. Couldn't stand to be kept away just for the day from your body. Wow. That's a very powerful line because they're already thinking about your body, okay? No matter how it looks, okay? They love your body. They love it. You were made for them and they were made for you. Oh my God, I just got the biggest hug and the biggest chills because I feel this was such a big message someone needed to hear. You guys are thinking, oh my God, what if they don't like the way I look without clothes on? Don't worry about that. They love your body. They love it just the way it is. Couldn't stand to be kept away just for the day from your body. Woo! That's why this heat comes on, okay? I'm telling you, this heat comes up when in the least likely moments, right? You're at work or you're cooking or you're doing something, totally not worried about what they're doing. And all of a sudden, here they come. That physical sensation, that sexual stimulation comes up on your body and you're just like, woof, okay, I feel you. I know you're thinking about me. I feel you. Okay. They can't stand to be kept away from your body, not even for one day. Wouldn't want to be swept away, far away from the one that I love. They start thinking, what if my job moves me across country, across the world? That's a big one for the divine counterparts. And not just the twin flames that are in celebrity connections, but in regular twin flame connections, this could be a cause for separation, whereas one of the twin flames ends up having to move because of work, okay? Or because of something else. Maybe they want to go and, volunteer and do things like Greenpeace or, they might want to do some things like that. And they, one twin might be like, yeah, I want to do this. And they're like, the other one's like, oh, I want to be here. This is where I'm from. This is where I want to stay. This is where I'm comfortable with. Could be cause for separation when your twin flame goes across the country or goes across the world to do different work for their mission. One of you guys is ready, one of you guys is not. But you guys still have to work that out, because the person who's not ready will just end up learning how to understand that this connection works best when you guys are both on the same frequency and wavelength, and you're on the same mindset as far as what you're wanting to do. And so they will get to the point where they realize, yes, I've lived here all my life. I know this place. I'm comfortable with it, but I'm meant for greater things. I'm meant to go heal people in different parts of the world. And then they'll say, you know what? After a while, they'll be like, I should have gone with you, right? Wow. It's hard to say I'm sorry. Look at all these messages coming through. Somebody needed to hear that. Somebody's twin flame went and did some, things with their mission far away. And then this other person was still left in their town saying, but this is where I'm from. This is where I want to be. And their twin flame is far away, living the life that they were supposed to live and wishing that their twin flame was with them. And now somebody's waking up to the fact that, you know what? I can do this. I can go be with them because I want to be with them. I wouldn't want to be swept away, far away from the one that I love. And they're going to realize that they're meant to be with that person, and they're going to go. They're going to move, they're going to relocate and be with that person. Woo! Okay, so sometimes you got to do the hard things, right? Sometimes you got to relocate. Sometimes you just got to go. You've been doing this all your life. You know what this place is like. Okay? You know the people there. Yes, you know everything about the culture. Try something new, okay? You never know what could come from that, okay? And you got to just go. Just do it, all right? Hold me now. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to stay. And this is the thing. They just want you to hold them. They just want you to give them a big old hug when you finally do see them again. They just want to be like, I know I need to apologize to you for how long it's taking, but I just want you to hold me right now. I just want to hug because you're so beautiful. You're so pretty and you're so handsome. And I just want to love you. I want to hug. I just want to hug. That's all. I'm sorry. And then while you're hugging them, they're going to be like, I'm sorry. Yes, it's going to be so beautiful. You guys are going to be just crying together. You guys are going to be like in tears, just laughing at each other and crying. At the same time, when you come back together in union, you're going to be laughing and crying. Crying tears of joy, but also just like the tears are going to come from, and look at it, helicopter overhead, confirmation. Oh my God. The tears are going to come from understanding now that this was meant to happen and you had to go through all these things, but it's going to be such a relief to be with them finally, that you're going to both be crying, both be just holding on to one another like you never want to let them go, ever. You're going to be hugging each other. Ooh, is this a reunion song? What is this, a union song? What is this? What is this, Chicago? Okay, tell me something new, because all this is coming out of this song, okay? Hold me now. Hold me now. I really want to tell you I'm sorry. You're going to know based on that embrace that they're sorry anyway. They won't even have to say it. Even if they can't get the courage up to say it right there, then and there when they're with you, you're going to know that they're sorry. You're going to feel it, okay? You're going to know. This is what the Divine Masculines want you to know. I'm telling you, they're coming. They're on their way. They're really thinking about you so much, especially if you guys have gotten past the stage where you've made the eye contact. They know that they take a long time coming to you, but when they do, what do they want you to do? Hold me now. And you're going to feel everything that you're supposed to feel at that moment. Whether they say it or not, you're going to feel it. After all that we've been through, I will make it up to you. I promise to. After all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me I can't let go. The last words on this song really shocked me because I didn't know that this was said until I kept listening to it again and again. I'm like, what did they just say? Now, apparently this song was written by people. These guys are, a band, of course, we know that. And they are popular. So they've got a lot of different people around them, just like every celebrity in this kind of situation has. And this last line in this song, they say, "You're going to be the lucky one." And I was like, what? What did you say? You're going to be the lucky one. And that's a sign. That's a sign from your divine masculine who's a celebrity. You're going to be the lucky. Ooh, woo! I just got chills. I just got chills. Oh my God. I got the biggest chill. They're like, yes, we want you to know this. You're going to be the lucky one. Okay, girlfriend. You're going to be the lucky one because they're coming for you. They're coming for you. All right? They're coming for you. And they're going to love you the way you've never been loved before. And you're going to love them. Oh, is that a song that I should be saying? I'm going to love you like nobody's loved you. Come rain or come shine. Okay, that might be another song for another time. But I want you guys to know that this was a beautiful message from the Divine Masculines. I'm so excited. I can't even go to sleep now. What am I doing? I got to upload this video, and I hope it uploads like really good this time because I don't want to be doing this all night like I have been. But I'm going to pray that this video uploads quickly so you guys can get this message out there because this is some beautiful energy that I need y'all to feel. I need you guys to know that this is coming. Even though it's hard for them to say I'm sorry, they want you to hold them when you see them. They want to be embraced. They want you to embrace them and not to be wondering, and talking about where you been, what's going on. They don't want anything to make this moment be negative, okay? You have to be ready. You have to be ready, Divine Feminists, for any kind of, moment that they want to come. In whatever situation, be ready. Have yourself together. Don't be sitting around just like, not keeping yourself up, not doing what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Because they're going to come in like a knight in shining armor, but they're going to come in also like, like a thief in the night because they're going to be doing it so secretively because they don't want the first moments with you to be tainted by any outsiders. They don't want that. They're going to swoop in and sweep you off your feet and they want a hug. That's the first thing they want is a big embrace. Oh my God. They want to tell you, I'm sorry, but they want to just say, I could never let you go. I don't know why it took so long. I'm so sorry, but you are the only one I've been thinking about all this time, and I can't get you off my mind. Can you please accept me in your life? Because I'm ready for you now, honey. I'm ready. We're going to do this together, and we're going to do it well. And you guys are going to shine your light for the whole world to see, and people are going to be looking at you guys everywhere you go with smiles on their faces because they're going to see this beautiful love. Now, there will be people to try to, put darts in it and take it down, but you know what? We're not going to worry about that. That's for another video. Maybe not even another video because I don't like doing videos like that. We are here to show everybody that this is possible, okay? And I love you guys so much. I want you to be encouraged that your twin flame union is on the way. You are going to have communication soon. Your communication is going to lead you to this union, this first reunion that you're going to have with your twin flame. As a celebrity twin flame connection is going to be so beautiful. It's just like Chicago said. Just embrace them. Embrace them for who they are. And they will embrace you. They will feel that love you have for them. And you will feel the love they have for you. And things will go and manifest the way they're supposed to beautifully. And you guys will work on your things together just like you're supposed to. It'll all be so good. And you will be looking at a year ago. A year from now, you'll look back and you'll be like, why was I crying so much? This was meant to happen the way it did. And it's so worth it. What I went through on my own to become a stronger person, to become the most beautiful, most, just the most spiritually gifted, the most talented queen, goddess, diva that you are. It was worth all the struggle you went through, the pain, the tears. And now you don't have to worry about that no more because y'all are going to be going and flying high. First class. up in the sky. I don't even know that song by heart, but y'all gonna be doing all that together, okay? Oh, all right. Should I sing Bruno Mars next time? Should I sing a Bruno Mars song next time? I feel it. I feel it coming. That's The Weekend, but that song came to mind too, but that's not the song I was thinking about. Should I sing you guys that Bruno Mars song? Let me know in the comments. And if you know which one I'm thinking about, let me know and we'll see. We'll see if anybody guesses this Bruno Mars song, upbeat song that I'm going to sing for y'all next time. If you really want it, let me know in the comments. I love you guys. It's coming. It's almost here. Just hang on tight. But live your best life now. Get it together and live your best life now. You'll see so many beautiful things coming into fruition for you before this union even happens. And you're going to be smiling and thanking Spirit, Father, Mama, Source for all the blessings that you're going to be having coming your way, even before your twin flame comes, okay? Just know that. Know that the more you put in the work, the more you have your own spirit at peace and in alignment with what your mission is here to do. You're going to see abundance flowing in. I love you guys. Stay encouraged. Let me know how your twin flame journeys are going in the comments. Please book your Mission Magic coaching session if you want one. And I'll see you next time. Bye.